Ladies and gentlemen, homosexuals, strays, gays, and lesbians, welcome to the next Omnicast casting show, where we cast just your average players doing average things averagely.
Yeah.
In this corner, in the top right corner, how could I forget? I am omnisexual with my partner in crime.
Hey, what's up? I'm omnipotent. Yeah, we have a red Terran with a name that is very difficult to pronounce.
TGxRudher.
Rujin. He might be slightly Chinese on his left side of his
He could be
hand.
German. German. Ruden. It sounds like Hitler. Ruden. You know.
And we have a blue zone down at the bottom of the screen. Extremepeen
Yes.
is sending out a drone scout at the moment, trying to scout out early where his opponent is, making sure
Let's just pause back over here before we start really getting in-depth analysis. Let's have a look at the name in the bottom left-hand corner, or straight to the left-hand side again. Extreme who?
Peen. I don't know what that means.
Perhaps extreme penis.
It could have been, and he ran out of characters like Spanishiwa, Extreme Peen. You know, he left out some eyes or something.
Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna now compare Extreme Peen to Spanishiwa, and see what the outcome is, I suppose. They both about extreme. The penis man has got his expo going down. It's about to be scouted. It is not scouted. Was it scouted?
No,
It wasn't scouted. It's some shocking scout play going on over there. This man needs to check it, and I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Really?
Yeah.
He missed the penis expo, putting down some gas in Hitler's base, for lack of a better pronunciation of that name. He's gonna come around with the scout again. The scout's coming. The scout is. The scout
Still
is shit. Let's be quite honest with each other here. The scout is shit. Alright.
The scout has still failed to see an expo going down. You'll probably only see it as once it's completed and the creep has spread past.
Yeah.
He's taking
More
a
than
cast.
likely, what is going through Hitler's mind right now? You know, he's looking at the base, he sees the spawning pools, he thinks that maybe it's just a simple gas spawning pool.
He might think it's an audit, and finally, there we go.
There we go. Rally point down to the expo. Gonna see it. I'm thinking too late. Hitler's got the tech lab on the racks, double reen, orbital command, and a gas. Pretty standard Terran build, I'm guessing. Nothing fancy. Oh goodness. Goodness me, he's going for an early expo himself, obviously seeing that his enemy's gonna focusing more on the macro game than the micro game, gonna sit back, giving himself quite a good opportunity here, I do believe. I think we're in for quite a lengthy game.
Well, we could be taking a look at Zerg. Zerg is naturally, fast expanding race. They take an expansion standard build like 14, 15 hatch, so they want to macro up in the beginning of the game as hard as they can, while getting away with it. And a Reaper scouting out some early Zerglings.
Yeah.
Macro around, kill a couple off, as well as.
Oh, there he goes, taking a pot shot at the one. Is he gonna get it? Is he gonna get it? Is he gonna? No, taking a. The SCV is giving chase. Ladies and gentlemen, it is the race of the fittest. The SCV going onto the creep. This is where he will die, and he dies.
He does die. And
what a shocking revelation that was. The Reaper on the creep. The Reaper will fail on the creep. He needs to keep himself off the creep. Perhaps somebody...
Yeah, he's just trying to do some harass that he can run.
Very nice taking out the creep tumor right there. It's not bad.
Yeah, and it doesn't look like he's going to have any opportunity to harass the Zerg at the moment. Because
this is quite interesting play. Sorry to butt in over here again, my friend. He is going 4 racks back at home. So he will have 5 racks up. Looking to probably end this with fire, Looking to go pretty much all in, I'm guessing.
It's a bit early to decide if it's...
factory.
He is expanding early, so this this many
Well, he
racks.
hasn't taken the expo yet. You know, that command center's that it's now an orbital command. It's been there for quite some time, and it hasn't been moved yet. Perhaps he's waiting to be able to back his expo up with some siege tanks. Double engineering bay going up over there, but I'm a bit worried. I'm a bit confused actually as to why that orbital command is still sitting there.
Well, he won't want to put it out there until he can. He's pretty sure that he can hold off any
Well,
attack.
he's got a handful of Marines. Let's have a look here at the army counter units. Where units? There we go. 11 Marines versus 10 Zerglings. All he's got to do is pop down a bunker. He has stim. He has the let's call it the biotech advantage, and now it's going down. I have no idea what he was waiting for because nothing has changed.
Yeah, no, he was just waiting to feel a bit more secure with himself. You know, he might have
Yeah,
a bit of insecurity issues
I'm
regarding
thinking.
spamming really.
I agree. I agree.
And a reactor going down on his factory, which means some Hellions coming out for sure, and a starport going down.
All right, let's take a bit of time to have a look over here. So basically, we can safely assume that he will more than likely be going for some drop play, some Hillion Blue Flame drop play maybe, or just some standard Hillion drop play. Let's take a moment to have a look at Zerg's base. Zerg sitting on 4 queens, 20 Zerglings, and 4 spines going up at his expo. A lot of static defenses, a Baneling nest going down right at the back. Let's take a moment to think whether or not this is a good move for the Terran. I say no.
Nah, but I
There
mean,
go those
you know,
Marines, and those Marines die.
yeah, those Marines are pretty much doomed.
He did not use stim.
He did stim. He did stim.
Did he
at the
stim?
end of that.
Alright,
Yeah.
I didn't see that.
Yeah, he managed to kill off a few Zeglins. I don't think it was really worth it. Maybe
Yeah.
it was just a bit of a scouting push. You know, maybe
Yeah.
trying to snipe off a queen or something. But yeah, very well held off by the Zerg.
Zerg taking down the high yield expo, and if we have a look at the starport, double medevac on its way out. That reactor was simply for the starport. Good switch there. I missed it. I didn't see it, but I can now see why he did it. We've got +1 armor upgrades going down, +1 weapons upgrades going down for the Terran.
As well as an armory coming up, so we could see a switch into Thor's if he does suspect any mutas coming up, which he's quite right in doing. There is definitely a Spire
The
coming
Spire is done. It's very well read by the Terran player. We're casting 2 experienced players here. I don't think that these gentlemen are noobs. Little to say, but it's going to be quite interesting to see Terran scouting there. Why did he scan right down there? I'm not sure why he scanned over there. Maybe he was worried about a Bane ambush. Lots of Banes coming out. My goodness.
Mass Marine pushing in. Oh, he needs to split. He doesn't split.
The split comes too late and everything dies. No splitting there. Poor Micro. His macro back at home seems to be quite... Oh, that was...
Yeah, that was a waste of all those Marines. He didn't split at all. He didn't micro that well at all. I don't know what he was trying to do there, but you know, it's still putting pressure on the Zerg, still forcing him to make units where he wants to make drones. He wants to take his third now at the high yield, but that little attack put him off just for a few seconds, and it might pay off in the end of the day, but we'll see how it goes. 4 medevacs out in front, still mass Marine being pumped out at the moment from Terran.
Yeah, the Zerg's taken that expo up over there. Baneling's in a relatively okay position. Mutas are out and ready to go. Creep is being expanded everywhere. I'm wondering now if he's going to go ahead and move those spine crawlers forward maybe. Terran in a bit of a bad state right now. Got no missile turrets at the back of his base to deal with those mutas. Those mutas are now going around to harass. Ladies and gentlemen, you are now going to watch some Terran get raped.
Yes,
Quite viciously.
Getting stabbed in the face by...
I will be right back in a second. Please keep the cast going.
Alright, yeah, well, it's interesting that he's attacking a supply depot instead of going right in for the mineral line. I would have gone right into the mineral line, but this is giving the Terran a chance to move in some Marines and these and he's not paying attention to the mutas. He loses nearly all of them. One muta getting away on 24 HP. but this has allowed him to get his third. His high yield is now up. He might transfer a few drones over. And he's getting dropped at the back of his base. I didn't see that. A bunch of Marines get dropped at the back of the Zerg base. I didn't see how many drones were lost. I didn't just double check at the unit's last tab. And yeah, he's killed 5 workers. It's a bit of successful harassment, not too much damage being done. Zerg may want to get some more workers back on the extractor. Another drop coming in. He might want to snipe off the queen, but we'll see what he does. And deciding against dropping off into the base. Still not any workers going back on the extractors, but that's alright for now, I guess. And a big push coming through the front now. Still mass marine being pumped out by the Terran. The mutas coming around trying to get harassed and forcing a stem on marines, which is always good. Mutas still coming in. They still have a very good angle coming